Yes, whiteboard use.
Hello.
Whiteboard.
अच्छा सब ऑफ था इसलिए नहीं हुआ कल से।
Yes.
इधर शॉप ऑफ था तो
तो बोल रहे थे लेके।
संडे संडे इसलिए।
यस, कोई नहीं। लेट बी स्टार्ट
कल
briefly.
से My name is Subodh. I live in Southeastern West Bengal. And from here I completed my school and I have done my bachelor's in chemistry from Bengal at 2015 and I completed my master's from IIT Madras at 2017, qualified for NET exam by 2016 and 2015, and I have a 5 years experience in research field in chemistry, Jadavpur University. I submitted my thesis. Thank
Yes, good. What is the disadvantage of Indian research presently? As a scientist, what is your solution from your side?
you. The disadvantage of the research, most of the time, most of the students also only oriented in this goal to oriented to the published paper and got a degree, but they can nothing go to the this work is for helpful for the other people and for the beneficiary for environment and beneficiary for the whole system. They cannot that type of goal have not on in many works and this is the disadvantage. Uh, and in few cases in few university or few, they have the insufficient of the different type of the measurement technique and there are the different type of measurement technique and for this insufficient of this measurement technique they can take the more time for this research also and if it is not progressed well. I just wanted to for result this one we can improve improve the infrastructure of this infrastructure of this industry infrastructure of this institute and or university also and they can easily all things are easily available for this research and this is the another thing is the all of the student student or researcher or scientist have the particular fixed goal to the ultimate love or ultimate beneficiary of all the all people and also environment and this is the if we achieve this goal and this is the resolve the all problem. This is the solution from
Yes. What is analytical chemistry?
analytical chemistry is the a part of the chemistry or a branch of the chemistry where it discuss mainly the analytical different analytical method and different analytical technique and from this different analytical method we are using the different type of the instrument also and instrument facility instrument and how we can and in this chemistry we also discuss the how to use this technique or how to can operate with this technique we can using this chemistry we like.
What is the difference between volumetry and gravimetry analysis?
In volumetric analysis, this is the here mainly using the volume of these two solution. Here the mainly on solution is the known and the other solution is the constant solution volume or maybe the all concentration of the solution or mass or amount also we amount of this compound also known from this volumetric analysis and in both cases the volume is the we are using the volume as a parameter. This is the volumetric analysis. And for this gravimetric analysis, we are mainly the using the specific reagent and the using the specific reagent or we analysis the material or amount we can determine the concentration or mass of this compound or element in this compound through the um, measure of the measure of the weight and this is the gravimetric analysis. The example of this gravimetric analysis is the for this analysis of the nickel. We are using the DMG and nickel DMG complex. We work with this nickel DMG complex and from this we measure and formula. We using this formula. We are uh, detect the amount of the nickel in this complex.
Yes. Good. What the difference between chromatography and HPLC? What is the uses of these one?
Chromatography is the technique which are the separation of this mixture and it is the separation and pure purity of this mixture. We can pure the one or more sample from using this technique or chromatography and the here the mainly is the two phase is this here chromatography like column chromatography and here the two phase is the here one is the stationary phase and movable phase and here mainly we are using the separation of this technique uh, mainly use the polar stationary phase and mobile phase you are using a non-polar mobile phase and through this uh, using this mobile phase and we the separate the different of this composite and basis of the polarity and if the more polar is the more polar composite or more polar component is the eluted in the last and less polar each component is the eluted the first through the column chromatography and from this using the different using this technique we detect the and detect the sample also purity also uh, mm, purity of this compound and we can detect and this HPCL is the high performance column chromatography and this HPCL here mainly which uh, HP are mainly using so it is the one type of the chromatography technique and here mainly use the mobile phase is the test mobile phase is the more polar and the stationary phase we are using the non-polar system and this is the in this technique we are using the high pressure also and using this process we can and we can separate the different mixture and it is purity also check and in this process the more polar part is the eluted part and this is the reverse phase of this normal chromatography in a special
Yes. What is the limitation of chromatography and HPLC?
Limitation in the chromatography is if the we are using the more polar solvent, and the difference between RF value is the very little, and or the in many type of more type of the many number of mixer is the present in this composite, and that and RF value is the very less, difference is the very less. In that cases, the chromatography using the chromatography you cannot separate it and more purely, and this is the limitation of chromatography. And high performance liquid chromatography has the mainly using the mobile phase the liquid, and uh, this is the also separation technique, and it is the better from this the chromatography, and has the mainly using the polar solvent, and has the more polar part is the eluted fast, and in this high performance liquid chromatography, in few cases in, in few cases it cannot separated the um, mm, separated this like very bulky molecule cannot separate it from these using these things, and this is the limitation of this. And another is the only I separated this using this ligand is the if it is soluble in this mobile part, we can separate it. Or we cannot separate the gaseous mixture, cannot separate the gaseous mixture using the HPLC.
Yes. Next, move on chemical equilibrium. What is the difference between chemical equilibrium and chemical kinetics?
Chemical equilibrium, chemical kinetics is the mainly it is the branch of science, and branch of chemistry have mainly the discuss about the how to the reaction is proceed, or the discuss about the reaction mechanism and reaction rate also uh, in the chemical kinetics. But chemical equilibrium, it is the mainly the discuss about the equilibrium in the different condition or different pressure or different and concentration, and or different mole fraction we can determine, and how to deposit the equilibrium, and what is the effect of the different temperature catalysis effect we can so the how to deposit the equilibrium. We are mainly discussed about only equilibrium of this any reaction.
Yes. Yes, last day we discussed in coordination. Yes, let's move on up
Yes,
our topic. Yes, last day we discussed is stability of complex and reaction mechanism. Yes, no?
yes, yes.
Yes. What the difference between thermodynamically and kinetically stability?
Kinetically, stability of the product is the mainly dependent on the how to reaction proceed and the reaction mechanism. and it is the mainly stable of the electronic state also, depend on the electronic state, and in few cases it will depend on the stability of the radical also, and this is a kinetic control product and kinetic product. And thermodynamic product is the mainly depend on the stability of the compound, which energetically it is the how much stable energetically in the different factor like temperature and higher temperature, or the if the reaction is the proceed for this more times, then most probably the thermodynamic product is the
Yes. What is the factor affecting stability of complex in reaction mechanism?
stability of the complex. It is the on factor is the electronic state of this metal center. Another factor is the ligand. Different type of ligand is coordinated, and another is the ligand's coordination sphere also is dependent on this reaction stability of this compound.
Yes. What is Irwin-Williams series?
It is a series from this series we can determine the stability, mainly the 3D transition element, and this can series we can determine the stability of this complex of 3D transition metal element in the +2 oxidation state. And from this series we can determine the stability of this complex is the copper is the higher, the nickel cobalt is the lower from the copper complex. In copper is the +2 step. All the three transitions are the +2 step.
Yes. What is the purpose of Irwin-Williams series in coordination chemistry?
From this series, we can determine the stability of this complex, and the coordination square is the same. Or oxidation state of the metal is the same. We can determine the stability of this complex. And from this series, we can determine the copper complex is the and other +2 oxidation state like cobalt and nickel.
Yes. What is Chilid effect?
Chillet effect is the mainly if the any ligand have the two or more donor site, they can and coordinate with the metal atom and form the cyclic bridge. And this is the called Killian effect. And due to the Killian effect, the stability of the complex is
Yes. What is the difference between kinetically labile and inert complex?